Hey guys, it's me, Wasting Johnny Ty from CUMA Combatives and from CUMARAM.com. Today I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to do a direct response to a moron. His name is Kurz. Thomas is the world leader in stretching. He teaches people how to do splits. But he also has a website called realselfdefense.com where he posted some comments and articles about products that I make. So I want to go ahead and return the favor. Now in this video, Mr. Kurz shows how he can hold a pencil in this particular grip, grab a pumpkin and drive it straight in, okay? Which is okay, but I'm going to show how this is an inferior third grade weapon that you would never, ever, or should never, ever trust your life to. God forbid you're attacked in a real street defense. And real trainers, real self-defense experts, reality-based instructors know that this might work as one shot before it breaks, but it's not going to stop a 200-pound guy coming at you for your life. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate on some friends. I drew a face on here. This is Kurz, the watermelon. All right. Hey guys. And this is the nice guy, the cantaloupe. He's going to catch it. I couldn't find a pumpkin because it's August and they're just not in season yet, so I did look. And then we're also going to demonstrate, he talked about how pens don't have penetration power. I'm going to demonstrate in these two, demonstrate destroy punching pad, and then drive a pen into a telephone pole, okay? So hang tight, we're going to have some fun right now. Okay, for this first demonstration, and I call it the watermelon, Thomas Kurz, and I don't mean that in any violent way, it's just that he's got a big head, and it's filled with water and no brain, okay? So I have a freshly sharpened number 2 pencil, and he demonstrated how to take the pencil, grip it in your palm, between your fingers, and use it as a shank. Now, he said, what would you, in his article, he said, what would you rather use? What's going to get looked at harder in court, a pen or a pencil? Well, the truth is if I use a pen, a pencil, a screwdriver, or a Sharpie as a deadly weapon, once I kill you with it in court, it's going to be treated the same way. So let's go ahead and throw that argument away, okay? Because this is just a pen. And I promise you, before you're fighting with it, you're going to be writing with it. So we're going to put the screwdriver aside. I just use that for dramatic effect. Oh, also, I have a cheap Bic pen, just in case. We're going to use that in a second. And a couple of Sharpies. So what he did was he grabbed the pumpkin, put it in his palm, and he did this. Ooh, I'm a ninja. Wait a minute, needed that, okay? First of all, you're gonna need a very static, still partner or target. Hold it still and drive this pencil in. Look at that, how it's sliding all over. Realistically, you're probably gonna be holding the pencil like this, and if you drive it in, that's gonna be your shot, okay? All right, not bad. Lost my tip, so obviously on a watermelon, it's gonna drive in, but on a human body, it doesn't really do too much, okay? I'm just going to use another sharp one. A real fight, that's what you're going to be doing. Okay. All right? So he says, yeah, it's strong. It's just a pencil. All right? Can it penetrate into this? Absolutely. Here's the argument. Let's use a dull CUMA. And watch this. The wound channel or the impact is like 3 times the size. There's no point to this. Therefore, there's no point to his argument. This is round. 1. Look, I got to really push to get that in there. 2. Look how deep, that got sunk in there. Now, while that may not cut you, it's designed as an impact weapon. Based off of Kubotans, which have been used for a very, very long time before I was born, okay? So I'm not teaching you how to stab people. We're teaching you how to use compliance and control. In a moment, we're going to use one of our city's finest officers who's been on the force for 18 years on special teams dealing with violent crimes, gangs, drugs, stabbings, and he's had to use a pen to protect himself against the bad guy. All right, so let's go ahead and use the one that he showed. Let's see if this does not have the penetration power. Oh, let me hold it like he did. So we have this. Oh, look at that. Same thing, except this pencil wiggles around in the hole the CUMA tactical pen creates. Now, if I stick this in here and I yank it, right, I can drag this hole. If I use a pencil and I drag the hole, it's going to break. So it's truly a one-shot deal. So that's that, okay? Now, if you don't want to spend $100 on a CUMA tactical pen, or this one's actually only $50, and you're worried about the law, here's a Schrade. I'm the spokesperson for the Schrade pen. It's pink with hearts on it. If you drop someone with a pink pen with hearts on it, it's going to have the same effect, and you don't have to worry about paperwork if that's what you're really worried about. But I'll tell you this, in a life or death situation where I have to use a pen to protect myself, I'm going to want something that's not going to snap in half, okay? So that's this. I'm hoping to eat this watermelon earlier, or later on, so we'll put one there, and there you go, all right? So there's the pencils, okay? So each one of these can drive in to, oh man, lose that. Then he shows snapping a pencil, and I'm gonna have to get some pliers to get that one out. All right, so we're going to throw the watermelon aside. We use a happy cantaloupe. Okay, so a straight shot, kind of, we're gonna show what happens if you hit the target. Can you put one hand on top here? Yeah. If you hit the target not so straight, right, it can still penetrate. But what happens if you put a jacket over it? All right, I'm gonna use a bomber jacket because guess what? People wear clothes, okay? I'm gonna put a side with no holes on it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. The tip just broke off. Uh-oh. Now we're having trouble. Let's use a CUMA. Wow. Right through clothing. That's something you can't do with a pen, unless you're fighting naked man. All right, so let's go ahead and demonstrate how an officer or someone would use this in real self-defense. Okay? Hold on. Okay. This is the bruise or the damage as impact the pen did through a jacket without tearing the jacket. So it's an impact weapon. It's as big as my finger. That gives you something called stopping power. Okay? Very important to know. This gets you something called an ass whooping. Okay, so I have a variety of Sharpies, pencils, and big pens. The argument on the internet is you could do the same thing with a Sharpie, or you could do something with a pencil or a 10-cent pen. That is false, okay? You might luck out with one shot, but that's luck. I'd rather deal with something that I could use over and over again that's not going to fail me in the street. We're talking about real street defense. Lawrence here has about 15 years of martial arts. He's got multiple black belts. He's a martial arts instructor, okay? And how much do you weigh?
230.
230 pounds. He's a pretty stocky guy. He's just a little taller than me. I'm 6'7", right? So he's got to be 6'9". He's 230 pounds, and I put a bomber jacket on him just so he can be a skilled, tough guy that has a high pain tolerance. This is Officer Joe. He's one of our city's finest. He's been on the police force for over 18 years. Citywide units, right?
That's correct.
Dealt with violent crimes, gang crimes. He was dispatched, unfortunately, to the last couple of stabbings in the city of Chicago. Okay. Officer Joe, have you ever used your tactical pen to apply minimal force to stop a subject?
Yes, I have.
Make an arrest?
Yes, I
Was
have.
he fine afterwards?
Yes, he was.
I want you to choose out of here what you would use to protect your weapon with.
Very simply.
Why not this?
That's too easily breakable.
Yeah? Would you use this against a 230-pound guy coming at you?
Pencil, absolutely not.
What would happen?
It would break.
And then what might happen after that?
After that, a person can get to your gun, could take you down to a very bad situation.
Okay, so deadly force can apply from there. Would you feel more comfortable protecting your gun with this?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we're going to show how. He's got a trainer on him, okay? How he can protect his duty belt and his duty weapon against a bad guy. All right. So first, let's go ahead and use the thickest of the three, a Sharpie. Okay. I want Lawrence to grab me, Lawrence, and I want you to use, without pulling all the hair off my chest, right? I want you to use it. Make your arms pretty strong. So I want, you don't have to shove me back because I don't want to fall out of the camera. Just hold your arms real strong. Okay. You ready? just happened to a Sharpie? Okay, this is all ink here, so we're gonna move that. We're gonna break another Sharpie, all right? I want you to put me in a headlock. I'm gonna use a Sharpie to try to grab them off of me. Look what happened to a Sharpie. This is a bad idea. We're gonna use a pencil. All right? So I want you to, I'm gonna come thrusting this pencil down into your chest, all right? You ready? Look at that. Did that stop you? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one where he show, you know, at a specific angle that's gonna wiggle, all right? Actually, you know what? I'll do it to your arm, all right? I'll try to grab your arm and get you off of me, ready? Right. Just lock real tight. I'm gonna put it right in a pressure point. I don't want you to miss this because I want to show you that this is what's gonna happen in real life. So I did a hammer fist with it, nothing. I did a pressure point with it, nothing. Okay. This should be a little bit stronger. Well, I don't want to get a splinter in it, so I think all my pencils are broken. Let's use a number 2 pen. All right? Ooh, pen, do the same thing. Okay, there goes that one. There goes that one. All right? That kind of kills the idea of using pens and pencils. If you want to use a screwdriver, you can. I would carry that. I mean, if I'm going to be cheap, why not carry $1.99? And this would obviously protect my life a lot better. Wrap a pencil in tape, you're now carrying a prison shank. I promise you, any judge, if you stab it inside of someone's neck, is going to ask you why you're walking around with a pencil wrapped in duct tape. Grab me 2 hands again. Here's my Kurz pen. Okay. Let me use the one without the point, a round one. Grab me. Put me in a headlock. Kurz pen. Officer Joe is here in an interview position. Here's the bad guy. Right? What he's going to do, here I'm going to demonstrate it first, is he's simply going to go for the officer's gun. Right? Joe is going to defend his weapon, use his pen, pull the guy off, draw his duty weapon, and tell him to get on the floor. Okay? So, you carry a pen on the job?
Yes, I do.
For what 3 reasons do you carry a pen?
Basic law enforcement activity, writing tickets, writing reports.
Okay. That's the reason why people carry pens, to write with. So let's say he's got a guy at back, he's got a pen in his hand. Again, we're using the one without the point to show you that you don't need a point to get someone off of you, okay?
I'm here
so
ready
let me
to
go ahead and get out the way so I don't have pencils shoving the bottom of my feet.
Of course.
When I say go, I want you to drop him, draw your weapon, okay? And I want you to take his weapon from him, Lawrence. Ready? Go.
On the ground, now!
One more time, just to see if that was a fluke.
Take it. On the ground now!
Thank you very much. Good job, guys. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is demonstrate the penetration power into a telephone pole. Okay, so we saw it against watermelons and cantaloupes, and we saw it against live people. Now we're going to see against something that is as hard as it's going to get. Telephone pole. Pen number 1, a cheap Bic pen. We're going to see poking little holes. It's hurting my hand. We just broke, right? We broke the tip, pushed in, okay? Penetration power. No pencil is going to do that. If you find one, let me know. I'll buy all of them. Okay? CUMA CUMARAM.com. www.CUMARAM.com. Remember that. So you can see what the pen did. It pushed back and it actually hurt my hand. The front piece of plastic actually split. Drove right back and was digging into my hand, and it hurt and it ruined us, and this is not something I would use for self-defense. Show that pencil. How did you feel about that?
You know what? When you tried to defend yourself with a pencil, I didn't even feel it. I felt your fist coming down on my chest more than I did the actual pencil making contact with my body.
What about the Kurz pen?
As soon as you touched me, even through the bottom of my jacket, I felt the pencil.
And
I felt the pen. And it worked immediately.
Joe, how would you feel about, would you trust your life to something like that? God forbid it came down to it?
Yes, I would, absolutely.
Okay, that's that. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day.